pink grasshopper. This is from a KXAN viewer. They found it over the weekend in Southwest Austin.
And I read that the woman who submitted this, it was actually her 3-year-old who found
No way.
the grasshopper.
You're walking along, minding your own business, when suddenly, bam, you come across something extraordinary. Not just spare change or a crumpled bill, but something really beyond belief. These discoveries can be worth millions, or they can leave you wondering if you've just uncovered something that would really change your life. Today, we're diving into the stories of a few lucky people who made jaw-dropping discoveries they never saw coming. What they found will have you asking yourself, how would you react if the ground beneath your feet held secrets this big? Let's find out. Number 14. The Ferrari buried beneath. Who needs to save for years to own a Ferrari when it could be hiding right under your feet? That's exactly what happened in 1978 when 2 kids playing in the backyard of their new home decided to dig around. What started as a playful adventure turned into an unbelievable discovery, a car buried underground. But not just any car. It was a 1974 Ferrari Dino 246 GTS, still gleaming beneath layers of dirt. When the police were called, they discovered the car had been reported stolen 4 years earlier. With no trace of the original owners, the insurance company auctioned off the luxury ride. Case closed, right? Not quite. Years later, in 2012, a deeper investigation revealed a shocking twist. The owners had buried the car themselves in an empty pool as part of an elaborate insurance scam. They cashed in on the fraud and vanished, leaving their ill-gotten gains buried and forgotten until those kids brought the scandal back to light. Number 13. $10 million in buried gold. What would you do if you stumbled upon buried treasure worth millions? For one California couple, this wasn't a hypothetical question. It was their reality. One quiet day, while walking their dog along a familiar trail, they noticed something unusual poking out of the dirt, the rusty edge of a can. Curiosity got the better of them, so they dug it up and took it home. Inside, they found gold coins, real gold coins. But that was just the beginning. Returning to the same spot, they unearthed more cans, all stuffed with coins minted between 1847 and 1894. When the dust settled, they'd uncovered over 1,400 coins, with an estimated value of 10 million. Experts dubbed it the Saddle Ridge Hoard, one of the largest treasure finds in U.S. history. The couple wisely chose to stay anonymous. After all, nothing attracts distant relatives and shady strangers faster than becoming a millionaire overnight. Their story is a modern-day gold rush, proving that treasure could be lurking in the most ordinary places, even on a trail you've walked 100 times before. Number 12. Nightmare from the Sea. A peaceful walk on the beach took a disturbing turn for Leandra Visser, while vacationing near Cape Town, South Africa. What she stumbled across wasn't just driftwood or a washed-up jellyfish. It was something that looked straight out of a horror movie, a bizarre, otherworldly mix of clam, fish, and squid. Naturally, she snapped a photo and posted it online, hoping someone could explain the grotesque creature. Turns out, this wasn't some alien sea monster. It was a red rock sucker, a type of clingfish native to African waters. But here's the catch. When these fish die and are exposed to harsh sunlight, their bodies undergo a ghastly transformation. The heat dehydrates their skin, shrinking it and peeling it back to reveal horrifyingly sharp teeth that would otherwise remain hidden. What's left is a mummified nightmare that looks nothing like the living creature. Despite their terrifying appearance post-mortem, red rock suckers are skilled hunters in life, using their powerful jaws to pry limpets, small, stubborn snails, off rocks. But on land, under the scorching sun, they become something entirely different. A reminder of how nature can turn the ordinary into the spine-chilling. Number 11. The Golden Hand of Fortune. What started as a routine recovery exercise turned into the find of a lifetime for Kevin Hillier. In 1980, while living out of a bus with his family in a campground in Australia, Kevin picked up metal detecting to strengthen his back after an injury. Little did he know a casual trip to the Kingour State Forest would change his life forever. As Kevin swept the detector across the forest floor, the machine suddenly went wild. He dug into the soil and uncovered the tip of what he thought was a small gold nugget. But as he kept digging, the nugget kept growing, until after 2 hours, he unearthed a colossal hand-shaped gold nugget weighing nearly 60 pounds. Dubbed the Hand of Faith, this astonishing find became an instant sensation. The Hillier family sold the nugget to the Golden Nugget Casino in Las Vegas for $1 million, a fortune in 1980. With their windfall, they bought a house, a car, and even a vacation to Holland. They also decided to try their luck again, staking a gold mining claim in the area where Kevin struck it rich. But lightning didn't strike twice. Despite clearing the site with a bulldozer, their second dig yielded just a few small nuggets. It turns out, sometimes life hands you a golden moment only once, and Kevin made sure his counted. Number 10. The Forgotten Churchill Relics. Winston Churchill is one of history's most iconic figures, a man whose leadership helped shape the outcome of World War II. So, owning something of his, like a top hat, a cigar box, or even a handkerchief, would be a treasure for anyone. But somehow, a collection of these personal items ended up discarded like trash. In 2019, a team of appraisers stumbled upon this incredible find, authenticating the items with the help of 200 handwritten letters stored alongside them. The letters weren't from Churchill himself, but from his personal cook, who wrote daily updates to her son. Through her words, we get a rare glimpse into Churchill's day-to-day life, his moods, routines, and even the small quirks that made him human. While the collection is valued at $13,000, its significance goes far beyond money. It's a snapshot of history, a chance to see a legendary leader from an intimate, unexpected angle, all because someone didn't recognize what they had and threw it away. Number 9. The Golden Lump of Whale Vomit. It sounds disgusting, right? Whale vomit. But what if that gross-sounding lump could make you rich beyond your wildest dreams? That's exactly what happened to Rarest, a 55-year-old fisherman in Thailand who was barely scraping by, earning just $13 a day. In early 2019, while walking along the beach, Rarest noticed a strange yellow lump washed up on the shore. He suspected it might be ambergris, a rare and valuable substance formed in the digestive system of sperm whales. Known as floating gold, ambergris is a prized ingredient in the perfume industry because even the tiniest amount can make fragrances last longer. Not sure of its true value, Rarest kept the lump in his shed and went back to his life. Nearly a year passed before he sought help, reaching out to the provincial governor. An expert was brought in, and the verdict was jaw-dropping. The lump was confirmed to be over 80% ambergris, with an estimated value of $320,000. From scraping by to an unexpected fortune, Rarest's story proves that life-changing luck can appear in the most unexpected, and yes, sometimes gross places. Number 8. The Hidden Treasure in a Flea Market Frame. In 1989, an unsuspecting collector bought an old painting at a flea market in Pennsylvania. It wasn't the artwork he was after, it was the frame, and it only cost him $4. But as he worked to remove the canvas, he discovered something shocking hidden between the frame and the painting: a fragile, aged document. What he had unknowingly purchased was no ordinary piece of paper. It turned out to be the original first printing of the Declaration of Independence, one of only 24 known copies. The document was later appraised at an astounding $1 million. What started as a bargain hunt for a simple frame turned into one of the most remarkable historical discoveries ever found in a flea market. Number 7. The Disney Gold Mine in a Storage Unit. Storage lockers are a gamble. Sometimes they're filled with forgotten junk, and sometimes they hold treasures beyond imagination. In 2011, 2 bidders at a California storage auction struck gold when they unlocked a locker packed with a jaw-dropping 40,000 pieces of Hollywood history. The previous owners were industry executives who had amassed an incredible collection over the years. But after failing to pay the rent on the unit, their treasure trove went to auction. Inside, the lucky bidders found an unbelievable haul: movie props, costumes, scripts, rare posters, and Disney production artwork. There were original animation cells, unreleased photos, Tim Burton sketches, and autographed items from Hollywood legends. The collection is valued in the tens of millions of dollars, but it's more than just money. It's a slice of cinematic history. Deciding whether to sell or keep such an extraordinary find would be a dilemma for any movie fan. Some treasures are priceless. Number 6. The mysterious pliosaur bone found in a backyard. John Lambert from Suffolk thought he was just fixing a fence. But what he stumbled upon turned out to be something extraordinary: a massive bone buried at the edge of his yard. Instead of calling an expert, John tossed the bone into his shed, leaving it untouched for years. When he finally brought it to the Ipswich Museum, scientists were floored. The bone was identified as part of a pliosaur, a marine predator from 250 million years ago. These creatures, with their crocodile-like jaws and massive teeth, could grow up to 50 feet long. But here's the twist. Pliosaurs were thought to inhabit waters near Africa, Australia, and China, not anywhere near Great Britain. How did this prehistoric relic end up in John's backyard? Some think it was carried by glaciers, while others speculate it was left behind by a long-forgotten collector. The discovery raises even more questions. While pliosaurs are believed to have gone extinct millions of years ago, some cryptozoologists think they might still lurk in the depths of our oceans. After all, the oceans are vast and largely unexplored. Could creatures like this still be out there? Whatever the answer, John's backyard find remains an incredible piece of history. Number 5. Superman's Lost Treasure. The comic that introduced Superman to the world is a legend in its own right. With only about 100 copies still in existence, it's the holy grail for comic book collectors. One of these rare issues once belonged to actor Nicolas Cage, who bought it in 1997 for $150,000. But just 3 years later, it was stolen from his Los Angeles home. For over a decade, the comic seemed gone forever. Then, in an astonishing turn of events, it was found in an abandoned storage locker in Southern California. Cage, though thrilled by its recovery, decided to sell the comic, which fetched a staggering $216 million at auction. This story isn't just about a lucky discovery, it's a reminder of the value hidden in collectibles. That comic you have lying around today might be worth a fortune tomorrow. Keep them safe, because one day they might just make you a millionaire. Number 4. The Jeep Beneath the Waves. The waters around Havelock Island in the Andaman Islands are known for their crystal-clear beauty, teeming with vibrant corals and schools of fish. But there's something else hidden beneath the waves, a relic that defies all expectations. Resting on the ocean floor is a Jeep, its rusted frame now a home for corals and sea creatures. This isn't just any wreck. It looks like it might date back to World War II, though its exact origins remain a mystery. The vehicle has become an underwater monument, blending history and nature into something surreal. Fish weave in and out of the skeletal frame, while corals bloom where metal once gleamed. The Jeep, now a part of the sea, tells a story of human innovation lost to time, reclaimed by the ocean's endless expanse. Number 3. The rare pink grasshopper. A 3-year-old playing in his backyard in Oak Hill, Texas, stumbled upon something so rare it left even scientists amazed: a pink grasshopper. At first glance, it might look like a child's toy left in the grass, but this vibrant insect is no ordinary find. Its shocking pink color comes from a genetic mutation called erythrism, similar to albinism, but much rarer. Entomologists like Jared Gregory Alley from the University of Delaware say this bright hue is a double-edged sword. While it's stunning to look at, it makes the grasshopper an easy target for predators in its predominantly green world. Some researchers believe this mutation was once more common, perhaps even dominant, but the challenges of survival gradually made it a rarity. Theories abound about why these grasshoppers still exist. Perhaps they thrived in environments filled with pink and red hues, or maybe predators avoided pink prey, mistaking them for toxic species in a phenomenon known as Batesian mimicry. After marveling at the grasshopper's unique beauty, the family returned it to the wild. Number 2. The oldest message in a bottle. A quiet walk on a remote Australian beach turned into an incredible discovery for Tonya Illman from Perth in 2018. Among the sand and shells, she spotted an old bottle lying half buried. It seemed like nothing more than a piece of trash, but what she found inside would rewrite history. Back home, curiosity led her to carefully dry the contents in her oven. Inside was a rolled-up note written in German, dated June 12, 1886. Experts later confirmed its authenticity. It had been thrown into the sea from the German ship Paula as part of a naval experiment studying ocean currents and shipping routes. The message even included instructions for whoever found it to contact the German consulate. That request was, unfortunately, about 130 years too late. This message in a bottle wasn't just a simple note. It was a time capsule, bridging 2 centuries and offering a rare glimpse into maritime history. Number 1. A $3.5 million crystal jackpot. At the Ron Coleman mine in Jesseville, Arkansas, miners stumbled upon a jaw-dropping find, a massive 8-foot quartz crystal cluster worth an estimated $3.5 million. Extracting this treasure wasn't easy. It took 4 grueling days of excavation, hand tools, and sheer determination to free the 2,000-pound block of crystals. The quartz was hoisted out of the ground with machinery and revealed to be one of the most remarkable pieces ever found in the region. The mine sits atop a 170-mile-long quartz vein, so discoveries like this aren't entirely unexpected. But even in such a rich area, this crystal cluster stood out. It's the second largest piece ever unearthed there, following a 9-foot, 3,000-pound formation uncovered just a year or 2 earlier. These crystals aren't just pretty. They have a long history of practical use, dating back to World War II, when quartz was mined for early radios. While the larger cluster has been displayed at trade shows in Arizona, this newly discovered piece remains in Jesseville, waiting for the right buyer, or perhaps its next adventure. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed these incredible discoveries, hit the like button and subscribe for more fascinating videos. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the wonders of our world.